Hey guys, guess what? I just started the gym and I'm gonna compete in 3 months. What do you think? Really? Hey everyone, welcome to Miami Life and Fitness. In this video, we're gonna talk about one of the things that I really despise hearing, and it's like needles in my skin, is I'm gonna compete. You just started your fitness journey and you just started working out and you love it so much, and I'm really glad that you do, but I'm gonna compete and I wanna compete and how long is it gonna take me is really not what you should be thinking about. What you really should be thinking about, how long is it really gonna take for me to reach my goal or somewhere near my goal and actually see a change. That's today's video, stay tuned. Hey everyone, so getting right into the video, I'm hearing more and more, and this is just in general. I want to compete, and I just started working out a month ago, and I'm going to compete in 3 months. And I've only been working out for 6 months, and I'm going to compete. Or I talked to somebody on the phone, and yeah, I just started Anavar last month, and I've only been on a 4-week cycle, but I'm gonna compete at the end of the year. Listen, wow, get this through your heads, people. If you have a coach that tells you that you're gonna compete or that you can't compete and you just started training, that guy's gonna take your money. The guy or the girl's gonna take your money. If you just started working out and you have years to get to look good on a stage, and the person, the coach or the trainer or the wannabe trainer tells you, sure, you can go ahead and compete in February, you have a person that is robbing you of money. And in that case, I'll send you my PayPal or my Zelle or my Venmo or Cash App, and you can just send me the money, and at least you have a pretty face to look at. What's really going on, and I'm hearing this over and over again from people in the emails and people on the phone and people in the gym and people I train and people that see me training somebody else and people in the gym and here and there, and I'm just hearing it over and over again, is I'm gonna compete. I just started my fitness journey last month. I just started Anavar 4 weeks ago. I just got on a testosterone cycle. I just started Primo, and I'm over it. Shut up. Shut up. You cannot get on a stage, at least not with me. You cannot get on a stage until you're ready. It's just like a race car, Le Mans, the Rolex, Daytona 500. If the race team does not have the car ready, that car is not gonna get on the track. You are not gonna put an unfinished car on the track. You are not gonna put a unfinished and unprepared car on the track with a missing part. So you cannot get on the stage with a missing part. Okay, because you're gonna look like a whale and a seal. In Spanish, es una foca. You're gonna look like a foca. That actually sounds really cool, but that's actually the word. But I am so sick of hearing this. I'm sick of it. I am so over it. You cannot compete. You cannot compete. You cannot compete. Okay, you can't compete. You just can't say, and the thing is that people really don't understand just how much money these events are. People don't understand how much money you throw into this bottomless pit until you even make it as a pro, until you're even popular as a pro, and until you are a person that is going to get a lot of attention and do a lot of marketing and make a company a lot of money. You will not make money, and so therefore you're throwing money in a bottomless pit. Yes, I think that everyone should compete at least once in their life because it's something beautiful to watch their body change and to see what type of changes your body goes through. But unless you really want to take this seriously and go into it for the long haul, then just realize there's so much money being thrown away at this, and if you don't look the part, you're just gonna look like a beach whale on stage, and you just spent between $1,000 and $2,000, literally, and that could have gone for something else, like your house or your husband or your kids or your wife or something else, whatever. The point is, I'm just really sick of it. Your body will let you know when you're ready. If people just started their fitness journey 1 or 2 months ago, or just jumped on the fitness journey wagon last week, the words compete shouldn't even, that word should not even be part of your vocabulary. It should not even be part of your vocabulary because it doesn't fit. It has no purpose, and it just doesn't make sense in a life of a person who just started training. It's not gonna happen. In order to get on the stage, you have to look your part. You have to have density, mature muscle, roundness, fullness, and you have to be defined, and you have to be cut, and you have to go through the rigament, training, eating, and the grueling, diets, especially the last 60 days, the last 30 days, the depletions, the carb depletes. The thing is, there's so many tricks and manipulations that your body will go through. And listen, the first thing that I'm gonna tell you right now is I will put anybody on a test. I will put anybody on test because you have to go through a 3-day depletion at least 4 times, at least with me, to see if you can make it. First thing I'm going to do to you is do a 3 to 4 day carb depletion, and if you can make it those 3 or 4 days with 0 carbs, and as you tighten up, and then we do it again every couple weeks so that you can start slowly shrinking as you're in prep phase, then maybe you have it in you to compete. But if you can't even complete a 30-day diet and a 30-day meal plan, and you can't complete a 4-day carb deplete, then you can take that idea of competing and throw it out the window, because it's not for you. You don't have it in you. You don't have the mental stamina to hold what it means to actually compete and to get on a stage and to get judged basically naked from head to toe. So, you know, people, people want to focus on just how really difficult and grueling it is to actually go through a prep. And the prep doesn't start 3 months out. The prep starts the moment you decide you want to compete. And also, don't give me that, oh, I start Anavar 2 months before the show. No, you're a fool. The day you decide you want to compete, that's the day you have to start your anabolic cycle. And the cycle is not Anavar. The cycle, depending on your category, is going to be Anavar and Primo right off the bat. Right out of the gates, Anavar and Primo. Now, it's going to change the closer you get as you move down the lines of the months closer to the show. Now, if you're in figure and physique, forget about it, because you got to take a whole gang of shit more than that. Some girls take tests. I didn't, and I don't, but whatever. Some girls do. If you look at the monsters now that are on stage, if I were to compete in figure again, my God, I'm still light years behind. Do you know all of the hormones and all the training that I would have to do to even catch up to those girls that look like monsters? I mean, they look like physiques in figures. So I mean, you know, do you really want to put your body through all that? Do you really want to take all those hormones? Is there really a definite purpose behind it? I think everybody should do it once. I think it's a beautiful thing, but you really do have to go through the grueling process of actually building the muscle before you actually go through a cut. You can't just go through a cut and deplete if you don't have any muscle. You actually have to spend months and months and months eating and training heavy and intense and taking the anabolic cycle in order to build that muscle. Once the muscle has built, then we can decide where your genetics and your muscle that has grown will take you, what category is gonna be best for you. And then when you decide on a show if your body is ready after you have built that much muscle, then you can start the tightening of the diet, where you can start actually cutting and then getting stricter on the diet and then taking more things such as T3, clen, etc. But you have to really focus on the different factors and the different components that are in getting on a stage and competing. It's not just, oh, I just hired a trainer 4 months ago and I just started Anavar 4 weeks ago. I'm sorry. I just got a new coach 4 weeks ago and I started Anavar 4 weeks ago and I'm going to compete in December. Wow. Make sure you never go to that show. Make sure you never go to that show. Okay? Because you cannot start a fitness journey and all of a sudden now you want to compete. I hear it all the time and I'm just so sick of it. And I'm the first person to tell you, if you really want to compete, it's going to take you at least 2 years just for you to actually look good. And then we can start seeing about maybe competing. And they're like, really, 2 years from now? Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes, my friend. Yes. This is not a 2-month thing, and this is not a 3, 4, and 5, 6 month thing. This is an entire process where your whole body structure has to change. It's just like remodeling a house. Your whole body structure has to change. And until you see the body structure change, you cannot even decide what category your body will then fit in, because you don't know how the muscle is going to grow. You don't know how the muscle is going to be formed. You don't know how big your back's going to get. You don't know how big your quad's going to get, how big your bicep or your tricep's going to get. You don't know. And until all that forms out, until it comes out in a showcase, then we can decide, or your coach or whomever can decide what category you're in. But people, please don't just say you want to compete just because you got in the gym. Let's focus first on getting your nutrition right. Focus first on getting on your anabolic and your hormones balanced first, and then get your eating right and your diet right first before that thought even comes to you. I just get that out there because I am so sick of it. Sick of it. People, over it. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you hear this. Comment if this is one of you. Comment if you do want to compete one day. Comment if you hear it all the time. Tell me what's going on. Let's interact. Let's see what is going on with the public. But do you hate this? I do. I'm over it.